Well, hello, sparkling ones, and welcome to another episode of Sparkling Spotlight, focusing on back to school essentials. I'm Dee Diaz, the founder of Sparkling Life Oils, as well as an essential oil educator and wellness advocate specializing in doTERRA essential oils. And I believe that everyone's life should sparkle. It should be exhilarating, energized, and filled with that effervescent sizzle that propels you through a brilliant, vivacious life. And I'd love to help you increase your sparkle and your kiddos' sparkle, especially now that they're heading back to school, because we don't want anything spoiling their season of learning. And I absolutely love supporting parents who want their children to thrive because I've come to see the importance of removing toxins, harmful contaminants, and synthetics from our homes and bodies. So, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share what I believe will increase the sparkle in your family's life. I'm also very aware that it's a parent's desire to help their children thrive with their health because it's a scary world out there and tons of misinformation, almost to the point where it's overwhelming. So I want to start off by putting your mind at ease when it comes to using essential oils with your children because they're very safe and effective. And you'll be able to control the amount used with each application. I'm going to post a link with this recording of the video to a great article from doTERRA on the recommended oil amounts for children. So look out for that. And also for pregnant mothers, I'm going to post a link to a wonderful video from Dr. Hill, doTERRA's Chief Medical Officer, on using oils during pregnancy. I think you'll find that very interesting. So if this is your first time joining us for a webinar, then I'd like to encourage you to take the time to view my Essential Oils 101 webinar, which covers the basics of essential oils, the top 10 essential oils no family should be without. It'll talk about why doTERRA essential oil should be your first choice. We'll talk about our purity standards, how to practice safe oiling, along with lots of other information that we won't be able to cover in this webinar for the sake of time. So I hope that you'll check that out. Oh, my slide is kind of acting funky. That's weird. Okay. So I do, however, want to go very quickly over the 3 ways to use essential oils. The first way is topically. When you apply your oils to areas of the body that need support, they reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds. And then they're distributed throughout the body within 20 minutes. So they work very quickly for the most part. It's best to dilute the oils in fractionated coconut oil. And I think that you're going to love doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. This is going to avoid skin sensitivities. And we recommend that you always dilute for children. The bottoms of the feet are a great place to apply the oils as it allows for quick absorption. You can also apply on the back of the neck and along the spine. The second way to use the oils is aromatically. So put a drop in the palm of your hands, cup your hands to your nose, and then inhale deeply several times. So do that several times. That's a great way to get the use of the oils aromatically. And it's a great way because it's almost like you have a diffuser with you at all times. Speaking of diffusing, if you do have a diffuser, that's actually one of my favorite ways to use the oils because it's also a great way to get the benefits from the oils, not only for yourself, but for anyone else that's in the room. They can support your respiratory functions, and they also enhance moods when they're taken aromatically. The third way to use essential oils is internally. Now, just want to note that doTERRA is the only brand of oil that I would trust to use internally. Please don't assume that it's okay to use any brand of oil internally because purity varies greatly. If it's safe for consumption, the bottle will clearly be labeled if it's approved for internal use. In other words, you'll see a supplement label on the doTERRA bottle. Once you're assured of the quality, then you can add 1 drop to your water or your tea or your smoothie. I like adding citrus oils to my water or my tea. This helps me to drink my daily recommendation of water. So now we're going to talk about diluting. Our oils are very potent. So if you're prone to have skin sensitivities, then we encourage you to dilute the essential oils with an organic carrier oil, such as coconut oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, or even olive oil, which is probably the oil most of us already have in our household. But please note, water will not dilute essential oils, right? Oil and water don't mix. So if, for example, you find you have a skin sensitivity or the oil is too hot for you or you've used too much, you will need to use a carrier oil to dilute. And accidents happen, right? Especially when you live with children. So what do you do if you get essential oil, say, in your eyes, or one of your kiddos gets essential oils in their eyes? Well, the answer is to use milk or cream. Quickly flush the eye with the milk or the cream until it stops burning, which will probably happen almost immediately. And then you can flush the eyes with fresh water to remove the milk. So I'm going to go over very quickly the top 10 core essential oils that no family should be without, and then we'll dig into some specific protocols for children. But again, I'm just going to be skimming over the top 10 oils. If you'd like more in-depth information, be sure to check out my Essential Oils 101 webinar on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's start with lavender essential oil. Now, lavender is one of my top favorite oils. It's actually one that the one I use most often. I use it every night. It's great to help with relaxing before going to sleep. That's exactly how I use it. I recommend using a drop on your pillow or on the bottoms of your feet. You can also pair it nicely with cedarwood essential oil if your ultimate goal is to get a restful night's sleep. Lavender is also great for supporting temporary skin irritations as well. And since lavender is widely known, many people will simply pick up a bottle from a local store. But as I've mentioned with countless people who tell me that when they did this, the oil simply wasn't potent. It didn't have the effect that I'm talking about. So I want to give you a little note on purity and potency because unfortunately the standard for pure or therapeutic is extremely low as you only need 3% essential oil to get this grade. The other 97% can be a filler as long as the filler is something such as olive, almond, or coconut oil that is also considered pure. Other times, the fillers are ingredients such as turpentine, which is a solvent. So you need to be very conscious of what you're buying and be very careful about what you're getting out there in the marketplace. Now, only doTERRA essential oils are 100% certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, CPTG. That's what our CPTG grade means. They're 100% certified pure therapeutic grade. They really go above and beyond so that you can expect nothing but purity and potency in our oils. So that's lavender. The next oil that I'd like to talk about is peppermint oil. We use peppermint essential oil in the house very often, whether it's applying it to our temples to relieve occasional head tension. We use it as a DIY for a mouthwash, or even for flavoring desserts and chocolate smoothies. Peppermint is also known to relieve occasional bloating, gas, and indigestion while also promoting healthy respiratory function. So that's just some of the uses for peppermint oil. Next, we're going to talk about lemon. Lemon is great for cleansing surfaces, purifying the air, and helping the body with cleansing and digestion. Supports respiratory function, it promotes positive moods, and it destroys petrochemicals, which is very important. If we have those petrochemicals in our bodies, those toxins, the lemon, drinking the lemon oil with our water is going to be able to remove those toxins. The next oil that I'd like to talk about is Melaleuca. Melaleuca is also known as tea tree oil. This oil has a very distinctive aroma, and it's renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on the skin. It also promotes healthy immune functions, and it protects against environmental and seasonal threats. I recommend adding this oil to a glass spray bottle and spraying it in your hair to repel lice, which is all too common lately. And especially now that the kiddos are going back to school, that's usually a problem that comes up sometime during the school year. And so protect your children by spraying their hair with Melaleuca. That will definitely help with that particular problem. The next oil we're going to talk about is frankincense. It's said that if you're not sure which oil to use, just use this one, as it's the king of oils. Frankincense is great for promoting and supporting healthy cellular function, and it's also amazing for rejuvenating the skin. This one is also often used for meditation, and it has a very grounding aroma, which is helpful for relaxing and for balancing the mood. And I'm sure you're aware, if you're a parent, that sometimes our kids need that, right? They need relaxing, they need their mood balance, and they need a little help with being grounded. So frankincense would be great for that purpose. The next oil is oregano. Oregano is one of the most potent and powerful essential oils, and it's been used for centuries in traditional health practices for its cleansing and immune boosting properties. Now, this is a hot oil, so it should always be diluted before skin application. Many people use oregano as an immunity boost if they're going to be around sick people. Simply apply it to your feet until any immunity threats have passed. Again, because it's one of our hot oils, you want to make sure that you're diluting it. The next oil we're going to talk about is our Breathe Blend. This is a golden oil for respiratory support, and can be extremely helpful when added to a diffuser like the one in the Home Essentials kit that we're going to tell you a little bit about how to get your hands on it. It's an amazing kit to have on hand. It actually has the top 10 oils included and a diffuser. So if you've been thinking about getting started on your essential oils journey, then that's definitely one of the kits that I encourage you to get your hands on if you're able to. It can also be applied, this Breathe oil, to your chest and to the bottom of the feet as needed for a soothing sensation. One inhale of this blend and you can just feel your airways opening up. So definitely one that you're going to want to have on hand. Our next blend is our Deep Blue Soothing Blend. This blend is amazing for active people. Whenever you need temporary joint or pain soothing, Deep Blue needs to be within reach. It's also great to put on growing kids' legs when they're feeling the discomfort that comes with growing. So definitely one to have on hand for the whole family. Our next blend is called Digestive. This is our Digestive Blend. This blend is popular whenever someone is suffering from temporary stomach upset. I typically recommend putting 1 drop of Digestion in a veggie capsule and then taking it once the discomfort begins. An added benefit is that a lot of people like the way that it smells because it and tastes because it kind of has that black licorice scent. So if you like the taste of fennel or the taste of anise, you're really gonna like the taste of Digestion. If you don't, as I mentioned, just put it in a veggie capsule and take it, and you won't even have to taste it. Another way to use it is topically, as I mentioned. You can just put a drop on your hand with some carrier oil and actually rub it on your tummy, and you will notice within moments the discomfort will begin to ease. So another one that you will want to always have on hand for those times when you need it. The next and final oil that we're going to discuss is our On Guard Protective Blend. This is really a special blend from doTERRA. There's such a wide array of uses and benefits for our On Guard Protective Blend, including but not limited to diffusing, to clean the air. You can clean your kitchen with it. It has various topical benefits. It fights environmental and seasonal threats with internal usage. On Guard is really is in everything oil. Can be used for almost everything. And I almost forgot, I also make my own hand sanitizer with this blend. Although now doTERRA has an awesome hand sanitizing mist that's already blended for you. But if you like getting into that DIY stuff, that you're going to want to try my recipe that I'm going to give to you in a moment. We'll be talking about some different ways that we can use the oils. The other thing I like about this oil is that it contains clove oil. And clove oil is one of the most potent and powerful antioxidants in the world. So definitely another oil that you're going to want to have on hand. Okay, so I always like to remind parents that essential oils are not new or novel. They've been in existence for thousands of years, and they've been health supporting agents for our ancestors. And essential oils work so well because they contain constituents that will be recognized by our body systems and handled appropriately. In other words, our body knows what to do with them once it receives them. So you can rest assured that if you use essential oils on your children, you're not inventing the wheel. It's something that has been used for thousands of years and something that continues to work to this day. I mentioned earlier about the importance of diluting, and I want to make sure that I emphasize that again. One thing you should always consider is that kids' skin is not the same as adult skin because it's usually thinner and more sensitive. So although most of doTERRA's oils are non-irritating to the skin, it's still a good idea to dilute them in a good carrier oil before applying them to children or even using them on the elderly. It's also recommended to apply oils to the bottom of the feet where the skin is the thickest. So that would be a good place since their skin might be sensitive. So look out for another link to a great article on doTERRA's blog about oils for children. I'll make sure to post that with the recording of this video. Now, parents always ask me for strategies to help wake their kiddos up in the morning so that they're not late for school. And I have a protocol that I recommend for parents to either diffuse it or apply it topically on pulse points and the bottoms of the feet or the back of the neck. And this will actually work for you too. It's called Energize Your Morning, and it consists of the following doTERRA essential oils. So it has our Citrus Bliss blend, our Elevation blend, our Balance blend. It contains peppermint, wild orange, and our On Guard blend to it. And I also love what I refer to as a get out of bed blend consisting of peppermint and wild orange. You can put this in a blend in a roller bottle and then gently roll it on the wrist or the back to wake them up for the day. Or place a few drops in the diffuser. That way the whole family gets to wake up in the morning and not be so dragging and groggy. And actually, I like putting it in the diffuser because, as I mentioned, the whole family can benefit. So that's definitely something that I do in the morning. Okay, so I probably mentioned this before, but our children tend to be overstimulated because of all the activities and distractions that exist in their lives. So parents are always looking for ways to help their kiddos to focus. So I want to share some ideas that will help you. The first and of course most important is to make sure that they're eating a balanced breakfast, right? That's important, the foundation of the day. You also want to make sure that they're packed the night before, so they're not scrambling around looking for the stuff that they need for their day. You want to make time for play and for physical activities. It's not all about study and learning, right? They need to kind of step away from that and play a little bit and get involved in physical activities. That also helps the juices running. They want to be social, make sure that they have opportunity to be with their friends, and of course, use specific essential oils. Now, the perfect doTERRA oils to support your children with playing or with staying focused include our In Tune Focus Blend. This one is totally amazing. I actually use this myself when my brain feels kind of foggy and it's hard for me to concentrate. I use the In Tune blend to help me to focus, and it works amazingly with children too, especially putting it on them right before they need to study or when you know they're going to have a test. So the In Tune Focus Blend. Also, rosemary essential oil, lemongrass essential oil, peppermint is very energizing and reviving, and clary sage essential oil and vetiver essential oil, as well as lemon essential oil. Now, parents should either diffuse or apply them topically on the pulse points, the bottoms of the feet, or the back of the neck. But as I mentioned, always remember to dilute them with a carrier oil like doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. So I know you love your children, but isn't it true that at some point your child has driven you up the wall and back down again and made you want to pull out your hair? Yes, because they don't calm down, it seems like. They have so much energy. Well, doTERRA's calming blend is exactly what you need in situations like this, because you can add it to the bathtub, you can diffuse it in their room before bedtime, or you can apply it to their back or their feet before school, especially if they wake up all crazy like. This is definitely a must-have to have in your arsenal, and it's guaranteed to come in handy to the point that they'll even start asking you for it. You can also consider lavender oil or the balanced blend and apply either of these to their pillow, which will have them resting in minutes. So definitely some oils that you're going to want to keep on hand. Now, kids need to sleep, right? We love when it's time for them to go to sleep. Far too many children, as I mentioned, are overstimulated, overworked, and are neglecting what allows their body to grow and to stay healthy, right? It's so hard sometimes to get them to go to sleep. So I like to recommend the following to parents. Make sure that your children have a regular bedtime routine. Calculate 8 to 10 resting hours and make sure that your child gets this. Get your child moving during the day because this is going to make them rest in the evening when it's time for them to go to bed. Proper nutrition we talked about is definitely a must. We want to limit their sugar and get rid of processed foods from their diet. My 4 favorite oils to support children when it comes time for bed are lavender, vetiver, marjoram, and of course, our Serenity Blend. So again, some oils that you might want to keep on hand. Now, healthy bodies lead to healthy minds, and this is extremely true for our youth. This is why I encourage parents to get rid of the products that are used that are filled with toxins and either create their own cleaning and beauty products or consider the entire On Guard line. It's an amazing product line that you're going to want to try. We have everything from toothpaste to facial cleaner to hand soap, just to name a few of the everyday products that are available in doTERRA's product line. You can see the full On Guard suite of products by visiting doTERRA.com and searching under doTERRA's On Guard products. I hope you'll do that soon and see all that doTERRA has to offer you and your family. Now, when children suffer, it's the worst, right? Even if they only have a scratch on their leg or a bruise on their arm, it's almost like a parent experiences this pain with their child, right? Now, a protocol that I highly recommend to support your child in their time of need is the following. Very easy. You're going to need 1 to 2 drops of geranium, 3 to 4 drops of rosemary, and 1 to 2 drops of lavender essential oil. You need 2 washcloths and 2 non-reactive bowls. So think either glass or ceramic or stainless steel. Now what you're going to do is on one bowl, you're going to put hot water, and on the other bowl, you're going to put the cold water, and you're going to add the ingredients that I just mentioned to each bowl, and then soak the washcloth in the bowl, and you're going to alternate hot and cold on the bruised area. Love to know how it works when you try this. Would love some feedback. Tell me what you think about that protocol. Now, I bet you love when your kids come home with their sweaty soccer cleats or their stinky sneakers and leave them in your dining room, right? Yeah, no, that's definitely not good and not fun. Well, I have the perfect blend for you, which eliminates odors, and you can diffuse this minutes before your kids get home to prevent the smelly child sweat from infiltrating your home. So you're going to want to use 2 drops of lemon essential oil, 1 drop of Melaleuca essential oil, 1 drop of cilantro essential oil, and 1 drop of lime essential oil. Put that in the diffuser. You're going to start that up right before your kids get home, and I hope you'll let me know how that works for you. Now, I get asked on a regular basis by parents for ways to help their children when seasons are changing and their immune system is compromised, especially now that they're back to school. So I always recommend having oils diffusing in the home because the benefits are far and wide. So to specifically help with seasonal support, try this wonderful protocol. You're going to put 2 drops of lavender essential oil, 2 drops of lemon essential oil, and 2 drops of peppermint essential oil. This is going to help with all the sneezing and the sniffling. Just throw some of that in your diffuser, and you're going to be very surprised about how well that works. And I think your kids are going to like the smell of that too. Excuse me a minute while I plug in. I think I'm running out of battery power here. Okay, so now if you want to be the coolest parent on the block, then you have to diffuse this candy store protocol consisting of 2 drops of wild orange and 2 drops of wintergreen. The kids from the neighborhood are going to start flocking to your home because the aroma is simply overwhelming. However, if you're not someone who enjoys regular play dates, then you might want to pass on this powerful concoction because that's exactly what's going to happen. Your house is going to be the hangout for all the kids. Okay, so isn't it true that you never know where your children will put their hands or when they're going to clean them? That's why I recommend that all parents make their own doTERRA On Guard hand cleansing spray so that you can create your own harmless and very convenient hand sanitizer I mentioned before, doTERRA does have a hand sanitizing mist already mixed up for you, but if you're into DIY, then you might want to try this blend. You're going to use 20 drops of doTERRA On Guard Protective Blend. You're going to put it in a 4-ounce spray bottle. Make sure that it's a glass or stainless steel bottle. You're going to add 1 tablespoon of aloe vera gel, and then you're going to top it off with water. As I mentioned, if you're not really into DIYs, then you can just purchase the doTERRA On Guard Sanitizing Mist as it's already done for you. So I have an idea for you. Consider earning some brownie points for your son or daughter by giving the gift of essential oils to your teacher. Not only will this have your child stand out in the classroom, but it's also going to help your child to thrive when he or she is out of the home, because your teacher is going to share the benefits of it if you allow. Consider our very special, vibrant teacher protocol in a roll of ball. The full recipe is 2 drops of orange essential oil, 2 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of clary sage, and 2 drops of frankincense essential oil. Your child's teacher is gonna love it. I'd like to hear from you and see how that works out. Now, this one might be more for you than for the kiddos, but when your children come home from a play date and they have grass stains on their brand new jeans and grape juice on their brand new white shirt, you're going to need this to help you do the trick of removing those stains. So I call this the ultimate stain remover, and it's very easy to make. And the best part is you avoid any toxins that can be found in many of the stain removers in the market nowadays. You're simply going to combine half white vinegar and 20 drops of doTERRA lemon essential oil into an 8-ounce glass spray bottle, and you're set. 1 spray on your clothing and it's going to be back to new. And I think I just got your son or daughter out of trouble for coming home dirty, or at least I hope so. Now, another idea is to apply doTERRA black pepper to the bottom of your child's feet after a midday snooze for stimulating wake up. This is going to get your little one to pop out of bed, eat their dinner, clean the dishes, do their homework, take a shower, and get back to sleep on time. Okay, I can't guarantee that that's what's going to happen, but hey, it wouldn't hurt to try. So kids are almost always around germs, and as a parent, the last thing you want is for your child to suffer. We talked about that. This is why I always encourage parents to utilize my Healthy Kid formula consisting of doTERRA essential oils. So I hope that you'll try out this awesome recipe. You're going to get a 10 milliliter bottle. You're going to put 2 drops of thyme essential oil, THYEM, thyme essential oil, 2 drops of wild orange essential oil, 2 drops of clove, 2 drops of cinnamon essential oil. You're going to fill it with fractionated coconut oil. And then you can use that as a roller ball again on the bottoms of their feet or in the different pulse points. You know, even though it's good for them, kids absolutely love using essential oils. This is not going to be like convincing them to eat their vegetables or drink their milk or to avoid processed foods. Once parents bring oils into their home, they almost always notice their children are seeking out their favorite blends and diffusing and using them regularly, or asking you to apply them regularly. And what a nice, healthy habit to implement with your children. One that they'll enjoy, you'll enjoy, and you'll know that you're doing something that's very good for them. Okay, so you might ask, what now? How do I know what to use? How do I get started? Well, I want you to know that you're never alone on your essential oils journey. I'm going to personally be here to guide you every step of the way with answers to your questions resources and introductions to other people who are also on this journey with us. And in addition, I have a really special email series that I send to all new oil users that lays a foundation of knowledge and awareness for incorporating essential oils into their lives. There's a number of ways to get started using the oils for yourself and for your children, and that's what I'd like to discuss next. So I remember the first time I was exposed to a class just like this. I was so excited, but I was also partially overwhelmed by the variety of oils and their seemingly limitless applications. However, I absolutely cherish that this adventure. It's been absolutely incredible. My life has changed because of doTERRA's essential oils, and I'm confident you're going to have a similar experience once you get started. So there's 3 ways to begin using doTERRA essential oils. You can purchase the oils at full retail price, but of course, this is the most expensive and not the way that I recommend you get your oils. If there's out of that whole list of 10 and the other oils that we've mentioned, there's only one that you want, then okay, you should probably pay the full retail price. But if you started making a wish list of all the oils that you wanted, then you're going to want to pay attention to the 2 ways that I'm going to talk about now. So the second way that you can obtain your doTERRA essential oils is by paying a $35 membership fee. Kind of think of the way Costco works. You pay $35 for the year membership, and then you can purchase your oils and your doTERRA products at wholesale price, which is 25% off the retail price. That's an awesome way to get your oils. It's almost like always having a sale for the rest of the year on any of your doTERRA products. But an even better way to get your oil is by purchasing an enrollment kit. I talked earlier about the Home Essentials kit. That's a wonderful kit that includes our top 10 oils that we talked about and a diffuser. So that might be something that you would want to look into. With the enrollment kit, they waive your membership fee. So you don't have to pay the $35, and your kit oils are even below wholesale pricing. And we have, as I mentioned, several kits that include the top 10 oils that we've covered today. As you saw just even from my brief descriptions, there is a use for all 10 of them. It will replace everything in your bathroom cabinet. You're definitely going to want to have those top 10 oils on hand. I would recommend option 2 or option 3 that I just spoke about based on your desires and the needs of your household. And you can visit my website at mydoterra.com/sparklinglifeoils to purchase your oils and to obtain your wholesale account with doTERRA. As I mentioned, my life has changed so dramatically since using essential oils that I've made it my responsibility to share these powerful products with as many people as possible. This has become my why, and it's truly an honor to introduce the essential oils into your life. So I hope that you'll contact me via Facebook Messenger or email me, and I'll help you to find the right oils and kit for you and your family. And I hope that this is just the beginning of your essential oils journey. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. I truly am honored that you've decided to spend this time with me. Okay, sparkling ones, before we end, I want to remind everyone how you can keep abreast of the latest and greatest happenings at Sparkling Life Oils. So I hope you'll stay tuned to my social media sites for some great essential oil tips and recipes. And I want to thanks bunches for spending this time with me. Until next time, I pray you have a sparkling day. Ciao.